Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to connect a stepper motor to a TB6560 driver and then to an Arduino board so we can control the stepper motor's rotation. In this video I will show you only one of many options for controlling the stepper motor and will not focus on the others at this point. For this experiment we will need a power supply, 12 volts 10 amps, found somewhere at home, but it is recommended for this kind of stepper controller, stepper driver, to use 24 volts power supplies. The TB6560 driver, the TB6560 micro stepping driver, can be used to drive two-phase bipolar stepper motors. It's an analog driver. These days it's become more common to use digital drivers such as the NEMA, which I'll tell you about another time. You will need an Arduino UNO board with a USB A to B cable. If Arduino is new to you, there is nothing to fear. I will show you the correct connections and example of working code. Several jumper wires, female to male, for connections like this, and male to male. So firstly I cut the plug from my power supply adapter and let's connect it to the stepper motor driver. Red one is for voltage, current, VCC in. Okay, it's connected. Make sure the connection is strong enough. Now we can check if it's working. Yes, it's working. In this tutorial we connect the driver in a common cathode configuration. This means that we connect all the negative sides of the control signal connections together to ground. I have checked and already know the wiring of my stepper motor. If you can find the datasheet of your stepper motor, follow the instructions you should see on the screen, or just try to connect them first like I did in a moment. So A plus, A minus and B plus, B minus. This one. Here. Yeah, it's connected right now, so let's check. Do we have a holding current or holding voltage? Yeah, we can hear a holding voltage. Okay, let's now connect the other side, TB6560 to Arduino board. To make that on the common ground, we need a breadboard or this wire clip. Now let's connect this to my computer. We have here 3 switches for micro stepping. So when we have here a table in our stepper driver and we need 1/8 step size, so 1/8 is here, so switch 3 off, switch second on and 1 off. So only switch second will be on, so make this happen. And the other table is for current. For purpose for this lesson, I will recommend you to set a current of 1 amp. That means that we switch on the 6th switch and the 4th switch. Our stepper motor, my stepper motor, have a maximum current of 2.5 amps, so it will be here 2 amps, so switch 5th will be on to have more power on the shaft. So I have already programmed my Arduino. We will make this in further step. Now let's give it a try. And it works. So let's get to the code. Okay, so I assume you have already installed your Arduino IDE. When not, just simple go to the Arduino website, arduino.cc, then software, and in my case it will be for Windows. Installer. You can contribute to support Arduino team or just download. I already did, so let's open it. When you open a new Arduino sketch, it will look like that. You have void setup and void loop. Let's delete it. For this code you don't have to include any libraries external, you just copy it and paste. So what this code does: define stepper motor connections and steps per revolution. So we are on direction pin digital second, so when we put a high voltage on it, so the shaft will rotate clockwise, and when low voltage, that will be counterclockwise. For step pin, we have third Arduino pin. It's responsible for steps, and steps per revolution, we have 200 steps per revolution in full step. We multiplying this by 8, so we have 1600. We set up first pin modes for output, step and direction pin, and we have here infinite loop, some for loops. This is a for loop, this is a for loop, this is a for loop, and so on. So we set at first, we set the spinning direction clockwise, so we have to put high on direction pin. Next, spin the stepper motor 1 revolution slowly. Slowly means 1 second, so we turn the shaft clockwise one turn in 1 second, so it will be 1 second clockwise in this loop. Then wait a second, that is, this time is defined in milliseconds, so 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. Set the spinning direction counterclockwise. Now we put low on direction pin instead of high. Then spin the stepper motor 1 revolution quickly. Quickly means here 500 milliseconds. Then delay 1 second, and so on and so on. We can increase the revolutions here. Here, for example, the shaft will turn 5 times here, but very fast. It is one revolution divided by 200 milliseconds. So it will be fast. You can increase it, give it here, for example, I don't know, 15. We can change also time here, yeah. So this code includes only these for loops, nothing more. So when we finished with our code, we can verify of it has any errors. When you see a message like this, it's completely okay. But let's check when we remove this bracket, compile. Yeah, it throws an error. Here in loop. So let's put it again. And after we have everything okay, we can upload this code to the Arduino board, simply like that. It's uploaded, so we can see now how our shaft will spin now. And that's how the stepper motor is implementing our Arduino program. You can make some other variables to have. Thanks and see you again.